Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-process. I am Waffle and today we are going to try a different kind of video. It's a little series I'm thinking of doing. I've not got a name for it just yet. If you've got a suggestion, leave it in the comments. I might have named it by the point that this goes out, but what it is I like to play a lot of games, a lot of different games, and I want to share my opinions and knowledge of the games with you, and yeah, let you know and just make you aware of these games that need a bit more credit to them. So we're going to start off. First ever one is going to be Software Inc. So if you haven't heard of Software Inc., it's essentially a software development tycoon, or it is a software development tycoon game, which is in early access, Alpha 5.4. It is still in Alpha 5.4. So really early on in the early access, and it's been inspired. Well, it's a lot like a mix of games. Game Dev Tycoon. You know, you've got your creative software development side of things from that. Prison Architect, because you do have to build your own offices, your own office, and you can create skyscrapers in this. It's so cool. So it's got a like Prison Architect about that. You have to build it yourself. The Sims, because obviously you hire people in, and you can hire so many people, ridiculous amount of people, and they all have needs. So you need to make sure they're all looked after. So it's got a bit of The Sims in it. And Theme Hospital, it just looks like Theme Hospital. It just runs like Theme Hospital. Better graphics, but I mean, if you played Theme Hospital, you'll know what I'm on about. It's such a great game. So yeah, I'm going to show you the first part of it. I'm not going to be the camera's up here, but like I've got two screens and the game's over here and stuff over here, so might not be looking here all the time. So we're going to go in. So I'm going to go through how you start up a game and what you have to do. So here, you've pressed new game, and it tells you, it asks you to name your company. So we come up here and we just call this post process. Then we come over to the left side over here, and we can choose a name. So I'll just say Waffle for now. I'm male. Then you get choose your hair color. You can any color you want, any color. Let's bright green, and you can change the style. There's only two different haircuts just now, but like I said, really early access. And I forgot to mention, this is made by one man on his own, one guy. So it's not a team of people, one man on his own. I think, and it obviously it kind of explains the graphics, but I think the graphics are cool. I don't know, I really like it. Really suits this game. So yeah, you can do that with the hair. You can do whatever color you want. Then you come onto skin, choose your skin color. Obviously you can't choose different types of skin. Pants, obviously again, you get the whole spectrum to choose from. Just say with that green. In the lower body, you get to choose shorts or trousers. So you get the option. And here again, full spectrum of colours to choose from. I've just gone green by accident, but okay. And this is when you get three different options. So you can have a shirt, like a long sleeve shirt, a t-shirt and jacket, and you can change the colour of the jacket separately as well, and just a t-shirt. So again, totally up to you. But yeah, that's you kind of just creating your guy, customizing him, naming him, gender, just customizing what he looks like. So you come down to the next part and you see personality. Now personality is very key in this game. Obviously you have teams of employees and you want to make sure this team gels well, so you want them to have the same kind of personality. So you've got all these options here: generous, flirt, naive, stubborn, introvert, extrovert, goofy, dramatic, short-tempered, cocky, snob, and mean. Optimistic is also in there. I've seen another one which is misanthropist, something like that. Obviously this clashes with some of them. So yeah, you can just choose like flirt and cocky. Why not? So yeah, what you want to do when you're in a game, you're hiring employees. You you want to have good compatibility, so you want the same kind of personality. So that can come in handy. So then you come down to the bottom left, and this is how you can get a head start at the game. So I'll go through each skill individually. So you have a lead, which is the leader of a team. How good you are, if you were a leader of a team, how good you would be at leading this team. I recommend, for me personally, when I do it, it's only you when you start. So you don't need that lead skill, and you can educate your employees when you're in there. We'll talk more about that in the game. So yeah, I mean, I always say, like, you don't need lead. So I always put that down. I always put that away. So then you have the programmer, designer, and artist. So 3 different game development stages software development stages when you are making software. So you go through a programming stage, you go through the designing stage, then a coding stage, which is the programming, and then you go through a fixing bugs, which is the artist side, I think. So you got them 3 there, and then at the bottom you got marketer. So when you finish the software, you need to market it to make people aware that you've released it. If you don't market it, you'll have you get like different popularity scale. So it goes from insignificant to popular. Insignificant, you're not going to make much money, so you do need marketing. It's up to you early on. I mean, I know a lot of people who just say no to marketing. I mean, when you have a team of people, you don't need the marketing stuff because there's a whole bunch of marketing. It goes really quick. But I kind of like having a bit of marketing behind me, so I tend to just go with an even spread on the programmer, designer, artist, and marketer, because you can educate yourself. You can go and send your guy on a 1-month education course. It can go up to 3 months, so you get different various skill. He learns more if he's away longer, or she. So you send them a month on each one. Yeah, you can boost them all up to full. So it's all good. So then we have specialization. So you get different kinds of designing, coding, and art. So if you click on here, you get 2D designing, system designing, and audio designing. So if you're creating an operating system like Windows, which you can do in this game from the start, I highly recommend you don't do it at the start. You'll need some system in there, probably some audio as well. Probably 2D because you'll have a GUI. So yeah, you'll need all of that. So you can only choose one for yourself and what you're going to be really good at. You'll still have like some skill in the other stuff, but this is your main thing. So I tend to just say 2D all out, train him a bit later. Kind of easy, artwork, audio maybe, change it up a bit. That's up to you. So yep, so that's the whole left hand side of that screen done. So you come up to the right, and this is you setting up the game of how much money you start with and the year you start. So you can see here, you can start with 3,000, which is difficult. Trust me, it's difficult. 6,000. This is in pounds, by the way, so I'm not sure what the other currencies are, the number wise, but this is the pound. So 3,000, 6,000, 12,000, 30,000, and 300,000. I never see the point of starting with 300,000 because it's too much of a head start. If you're new and it's your first time playing, 12 to 30. One of the 12 or 30, sorry. Pick one of them. Yeah, I mean, we'll go with 12. I mean, we're not really going to play much of it, so it doesn't really matter. So let me do the starting year. So you can start anywhere from 1980, 1999, 1990, 2000, 2010. This game goes on. I don't know. There must be an end date at some point. I think there's an end date at some point. I don't know though. I've never got past 2008. So there's something for you. But I always start in 1980. It just means, you start in 1990, you get a little bit better computers, but you can upgrade your computers, as you go along, technology advances. So if you want it to be elongated, then, a longer save than 1980. And then you come to the environment. This is recent, actually. It's only a few weeks that he's done this. You only really got to choose forest and city, but he added 2 new terrains. So you can start your company in a forest, which essentially is just a big open green field with only one road going through it. That's it. So, a lot of space to work with. You can be really creative with it. And then you go into the city. The city, it's like New York style. But not New York, it's too sparse, but, you only get squares. You can kind of get lucky if you reload it, you can get a big square, which can be handy. I'm going to show you a save that I've done after we've gone through this. That's actually in the city, but it's on a really small square, but because you can build up so high, it doesn't really matter. But then you can also expand into a bigger square. You can expand into other squares to build on, so it's all good. Then you got the desert and the tundra. Never done these. I've not done it yet. The desert, sand, never rains, never snows. The tundra always snows. Yeah, tundra always snows. So if you like that kind of thing, that's up to you. Difficulty. Easy, medium, hard. Pretty self-explanatory. Easy is, I want to say too easy. It is, because you don't get competition. There's other companies in this game that you have to compete with, and easy, they're just not a challenge. Hard seems to be really like extreme hard. Like it's not just hard, it's extreme hard. So the happy medium is what I recommend. That's what I play on. If you're new to it, try easy, see what you think. Too easy, go into medium. And if that's too easy, go on hard. Hard. And then you also get at the bottom here, days per month. So you get to choose if you want, between 1 and 8 days. For when I did YouTube on this, I put it to 1 day because it makes things go faster. And to be honest, 1 day a month thing, it just means like you go in January, they leave, they come back February, and everything's faster. And you can see on developing, it can actually be so long anywhere in the 1 days. Like an operating system can take 3 years, so you're talking about at least 36 days to do it, which is actually longer than a lot of people think. So I always put onto the 1 day per month. And yeah, and then you're ready to go. They got the mods down the bottom right. I've not played the mods. I don't think there is mods yet. There might be if you search online. Some people might have made it, but it's really early access game, so I really, really doubt it. So yeah, then you just, so I'll say, we'll go into what the game looks like. So simulating the market from 1970, so there's a bit of competition and products already made, and then you're in here. So this is the forest, what I was on about. So you can see a lot of trees. And I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. It's all hard edges, but like the squares, I just love square trees. I think it's cool. I don't think it needs changing at all. Not yet, anyway. So yeah, then you click a build. So then you get this screen up here. I'll go through briefly what it's like, kind of building. Probably not going to develop software. I'll probably just show you what happens in the other save. So yeah, in the build mode here, it's really simple building. Really simple building, click and drag, and you can create squares. So I'm gonna go, boom, there's a square. Easy, right? Get a door on there, get some, large windows on the front, and then boom, you've got that. Already, a building ready to, well, nearly ready to go. Then you, so yeah, you've been clicking on here, so you press build, and it was already on this screen. So down here you get 4 little tabs. So you get construct, which is constructing the building itself. You get furnishing, which is what goes inside the building. Roads, which get here, you can just build roads wherever you want. If you want like a central car park and you have a big complex, you can build a road up and a big car park, and then you just go into like horizontal parking and stuff, which is all here. I'll show you what that looks like. You can imagine, connect to the road and it works. Then if you want to get rid of the roads, just a simple click here, remove roads, boom, boom, that's them gone. So yeah, you've got this, and you're like, okay, so you need a simple setup to begin with. Really simple setup, so just, 1 table, 2 tables, get an office chair in there, scroll down, and on the third row on the very left, here, old computer. That's all you get just now, because you don't unlock the modern computer until 1990. So you've now probably noticed there is a exclamation mark in the center of the room. What is that exclamation mark? Well, that exclamation mark is telling you that this room is going to get very hot, most likely hot, but it's going to vary a lot in temperature. So you need to control that temperature. So again, on the furnish, on the second row, these two here are radiator and ventilation. I don't need to tell you what a radiator does. You just put it in. And to rotate objects, by the way, you hold down left click and drag the way you want it to go. And if you want it to be on that, if you want it to be on the wall that's on this side, you have to drag this way, which I will do now. Cool. So we have that in, and then to rotate, you hold down middle mouse button, and then just put ventilation over it. Boom, sorted. Room will not get hot, which is good. A lot of these are decorative pieces, so I'll tell you what they do. So I click on the room. I've got it here. You can see I've got lighting, environment, noisiness, temperature. Temperature is what we speak about. Because it's frozen, it's still on 5, but that will change. Noisiness, just the general noise around. Environment. So in the environment comes about by mess in the room, and also like all the decorative pieces. So putting down some, bookcases at the back. Boom, 98%, so increased by 6%. And you want that to be over 100% for your employees to be happy. So, put a clock there and a clock there. 100%. You can put it over 100%. I'll put it to 100% just for this. Yeah, so that's really the basics of the building. Basic of building. The one thing you might want to do is, you can see the green bar, that means the building's selected. You click it. When you right click, you get this menu up. And you get to destroy the room, switch the team. So when you make different teams, you can assign rooms to teams so other teams don't come in. You can limit the room usage to marketers, to leaders, to, if you just want all of them to be in one room together. You can select all the employees in the room. Select the entire building, which is already done. Unify style, so if you got another room that you like, you want, copy the style, the wallpaper and stuff, which I'll show you how to do. You just, click on the two and click that and it unifies them. It says the default style, so if I wanted, for example, this right now to be the default style, I wanted all my rooms to look like this. Color scheme wise, I have that and it will do it automatically. Room colors, which we'll go into, and room patterns. So if we go into room patterns, you can see here we have exterior. See how that changes? It's now bricks. It's now wood. It's wood again. We'll go bricks. We'll go for bricks. We go inside. The interior walls are now changing. Flat paint, black borders, waves, stripes. Gonna go with the 2 black borders up in the top, and on the floor, wooden flooring, carpet maybe, tiles, which is good for a bathroom, I always recommend, and the checkered, which can be really cool. Never used checkered though, so I go into the wood. So I'll choose the wood. So yeah, now you can see it's customized, but it's all still white. So we right click again. On the very left, room colors. We click on that. On the exterior, you see, common trend. Now we can get this, and you can choose whatever color you want. Green, everything's green. Everything is green. The interior. So now you can change that as well. So we'll go for it. This is not going to be what I show you. This is not how bad I am at this game, designing wise. So we'll go that, and then wood. Sorry, I have to make sure this is right. I always go for a nice wood color. Yeah. So yeah, we have an office building, which is cool. I like it. Not really. So, you come out the build mode. So yeah. So it's the same thing, by the way, with like chairs and computers and desks. If you want to change the color, come in here, furniture color. You can change it. Apply, and then you want that to be. You want every chair in the building to be like that. Set as default. Same with the computer and the desks. I don't have to show you that. So we will, go forward. Here's all the time up here. You can click away. So we'll just wait for our guy to come in. He should come in about. There he is. There he is. Oh, you will also need some lights. So I know we're not doing a proper gameplay, but we'll put a light in there for him if he's going to use it. There we go. So the light's on. So yeah, he now comes in, sits down, ready to work. This is how one thing I'll show you before we move on to the bigger building and show you what that's like. I'll show you one thing to do that could be handy. So down here you have the boxes. I'll go through these in the other building. But you got development. Develop software, your releases, I'll go through them. But this one on the right, contract work. You can go in here. I always recommend selecting by months. And you can choose recommended team size 1. You can do work for another company, or for another company. And you can just, make a logistics application, make logistics applications for them, embedded systems, etc. And you can just go in there, you can just press accept work. And what will happen is you will get money for doing that. And it's really easy money. He just goes in and he starts working away. Look at that work. I love the animations. They're so cool. So that's the animation. And that's him working away. So you can imagine you go through the stages. So just for the sake, I'll press develop. Always try and go to 100% on these. Always try and go for 100% to get full money out of it. So now in the next phase, cracking through that, he would promote that. He would promote that. Okay, now he's fixing bugs. And when he's ready, he's going to release this. Boom, released. Money come in. We didn't get the money we're supposed to, but you will get it if you do it to 100%. And if you keep doing that, you'll gain more and more money, and then you can hire employees down here, which we'll go through now in the other building. So guys, we are now in my bigger office, something I've built. You can see people coming in, so we'll go and have a look at them. You can see people coming up here, starting working away, and you can see all the stuff we're working on down here on the right. And that's again all development. Once you get knowledge of this game, it's a lot easier to manage than you would think. So yeah, they just they come in and start working away. So you can get to this point in your building. So you can see we've got a lot of employees here. And when I was talking about their needs, in here we have a lounge, and we have some toilets. Again, really easy to do. Limit room usage. Lounge, that's now going to be a lounge. Toilets they use automatically. All about keeping their needs, which you can find if you right click on the person and go to the very left, employee details. You can see exactly what they think down here on the bottom right. Work effectors, hunger, energy, bladder, job satisfaction, compatibility, which I've got very good levels of. Room aura, I think it's just artwork and stuff around the walls. Temperature, lighting, environment, computer, comfort, and noise. On the left you can see what they're good at, skill-wise, and up here you can get a kind of general idea of what they're good at. So yeah, that's really easy on the employee part. Yeah, so you can just see them working away, and that's all really. And that is the basis of the game. You come in here, you can see us marketing, you can see us developing. So to develop that software, there's a bit here down called development, which we just spoke about previously. Develop software. On this screen, this is where you can decide what you want to build. Operating system, visual tool, an audio tool, a game engine, and a game. Those are the 5 you get originally. 5? Yes, 5. Those are the 5 you get at the very start in 1980. I've got to the point, 2008, you can get a web-based game and you can get antivirus. So, I've made a lot of money on this. We're nearly a billionaire, which is very, 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 very good. So yeah, you just go in there, product name, visual. Original IP means if you've made a visual tool before, you can make the next version of it. So I would make visual 2. It's just saying this is the second enhancement, or the first enhancement of this. CCM, source control management, done by servers. Servers I'll cover in a little bit. And you just click, it just helps on the designing phase. No, designing phase, on the programming phase. Makes it a little faster and stores all things, helps everyone out. And then operating system. This is where you can choose what operating systems you want to develop this piece of software you've done. So I tend to click on coverage and click away. I've been focusing on that on this current save. So I could click my own and be like, boom, there we go. I do it on the pen face. Specializations down there just tells you what you need to make it. Up here, design. You get different design elements, so image viewing. On operating systems, you get the GUI and the 3D rendering, etc., etc. Dependencies, if you need another kind of tool or another software to help make this software. You'll find this on audio tools, you'll need a visual tool. Try and get the best quality visual tool you can to make the best audio tool you can. And then on the details down on the bottom right, estimated time of completion, less than a year. How many artists you need? 0, so you won't need any. Expected interest, it's 100%. Innovation, how original the idea is. So medium. Stability, if it's going to crash a lot. Usability, how easy it is to use. You want to keep that high, because people want easy to use software. OS coverage, so how much of the market could use this product. So 74% pretty much in this. License costs is when you, for the first time, are going to use an operating system, and you need to pay to use that. You need to pay the company. I want to put this on your operating system, and they'll be like $4,000 or pounds. Okay, you pay that. Recommended team size, self-explanatory. So that's how you go and develop your software, and you come to these kind of screens. And this is the designing phase here on the Comic Antivirus. So you develop that. Marketing was what I spoke about before. I made a marketing team, which is down here. Really only need a small team. Always handy. Very good to have. They can market all this and they can market it really well. Make sure they're all full marketing and you'll be fine. And yeah, here's an elevator as well, which you find here in the construction. And just make sure the elevators are in line and you're fine. Now, is my servers down here? Here we are. Servers. Really, all servers they help you build games faster. That's it. That is all it is. And you just have to connect them all up using this little tab here, wire mode. Build a few of them, boom, 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 boom. And you can see what workload they're under in development, bottom layer, servers. And yeah, so you can see I'm using 2.65 on the server and 84%. So I don't need to upgrade any. I don't need to add more servers. So recommend them if you really want to make your development faster. Go back upstairs, get off that wire mode. So yeah, I think there's that's really the gameplay side of it. You know, I've told you how to develop your software. This is your releases. You can track all your releases. You can sort by profit. I've made 400 million nearly on an operating system. You know, you can just track what you've made. Contract work we've spoke about. Manage employees. This is where you can see all your employees, their age, how many years they've spent at the company, their roles. You can customize their roles, their salaries, what team they're on, etc, etc, which is good. And hire employees. This is how you'll hire an employee. You'll go into HR, second button, hire employees. So I want someone who's good at programming and I want them to be good at system. Spend the whole 600, let's find them. So straight away, I've interviewed one person. You can see all their skills and you want to, you want to have the best skilled person. That's the normal. So this person, they're okay, they're alright. Go down this one, they're not very good. They're not very good. This happens a lot. This happens a lot. You will find... Here we go. You'll find it, it's rare. I find it rare you'll find someone with compatibility more than great. But really, you want the compatibility to be at least on a good. It'll keep it over 100% and make your workforce work better. At over 200% effectiveness, so at double their speeds. So it's down here on the bottom right. You can see the compatibility, and you can see their personality. You just want the compatibility. If it says good, go for it. This person is not so good at anything. Really, they're not. So it's up to you if you'd want someone who is better there, but normal. A normal on green is still good. Sometimes you get normal orange, don't go for that. Normal green you can get away with. And you can see all their stuff there. And yep, staff as well. You obviously have to hire cleaning, maintenance and IT. Pretty self-explanatory. Maintenance goes on the radiators, the TVs that you can get, and ventilation, IT, computers, clean the floor because it does get dirty. So you want to clean that, which is good. So you can hire them. They'll come in every day at the same time. So I have 2 cleaners for this, for example, and a receptionist. So we're going to finance on the bottom tab again. Right, so you want to make sure you have enough money in this insurance. It attracts the employees. Bigger payouts for them if they got hurt, which they do not currently do. I don't know if that's coming in. But if you want to attract younger employees, which I personally do, I like having people who are young and good and will stay for the company for years and years and years. So I tend to put 100% on the junior level employees. You don't have to, that's just me. So that's on the health insurance, so helps them. Life insurance, if they were to die, that will attract your middle-age people. 40s to 50s. 40s, 50s? 40s, round about the 40s. And then if you put pension, a higher pension, you'll attract more elderly people. Well, yeah, you'll attract more elderly people. 55 plus. Which I don't see beneficial, I don't see the point. I tend to put it all into the junior. That's me. So, that's what the insurance is to help you get better employees. Stocks, your own stocks in your company. These ones are ridiculous. You can buy your own stock to, solidify yourself. I've not done that, I've not had to in this save. Loans, if you need a loan, select your amount, how much, you can pay it back over. The longer it takes, the higher interest, you end up more paying back in the long run. So then we have the market. The market is simply just, tells you about all the other companies in the game, what they're doing, their products. Software Times tells you about, what's going on. The best tools around, etc, etc. Distribution channels. Who can sell your products? I have some of them on. I have quite a lot of them on actually, just to boost sales. So you just go on. You can just down here. You can just make the deal. Boom. They give you good revenue. They got good popularity. Done. And you get deals. You get this by doing the receptionist. So you have to build a reception desk. And this means you can do work for companies again, but it's not like the contract work. It's just, you get this per day. So you get, like, if I was to do development, every day you do it, you get 16,844 per day. Which can be handy, which is good. I like having it. And upcoming releases, you can see what people are going to release. So if you need to, you know, buy a company to make sure they don't release a certain software that could ruin yours, buy them. Or buy the IP, or do something. So you can just watch what's going to happen in the future. So that is the gameplay part of this game. I've gone through in pretty good detail, pretty in depth, pretty long video just to explain the gameplay element. I don't want to give you too much advice. I don't want to be, this is how you play the game. I want to tell you what each function does and let you figure out how you want to play the game, how you're going to do it. So yeah, I think we've done okay on that. So now we're going to move on to some development side of this, the actual future updates. That's what I'm trying to say. We're going to talk about some future updates. So we're going to come over here. I've got another screen over here with some other stuff that I want to speak about. So to get this, the guy who has who's making this game has 2 websites which he uses to update you on what he's doing. I'll leave both down in the description below. One is www.indiedb.com/games/software-inc. On there, he has, you know, just a little website, and he just tells you what he wants to do and how he wants to go forward and what he expects. And I've got a few quotes to give you an idea of what he is planning for the future and what he intends. So, from his own site and his own typing, he quotes, "I am releasing Software Inc. as an early access game, since I need a lot of feedback and I need it as soon as possible. Developing a game on my own is difficult enough as it is, but balancing, debugging and trying to make everything come together as whole seems impossible without anybody to help me move in the right direction. Furthermore, I am mainly a programmer, and other areas of game development such as 3D modeling are just hobbies of mine. There are so many talented and skilled artists that could take Software Inc. to the next level, but I need to raise enough funds to pay these people. It's important to note that I will not back out of the project if I don't raise enough funds to hire outside help." Which is great to hear. He won't give up on this. If he can't get other people, he still won't give up on it. That's what this is about, which is good. If he gets the finance behind him though, the graphics will improve. So buy this game. This game is, in pounds right now, £8.99. There's an update coming out which has the new building features. So there's going to be a whole new building structure. Really, I didn't bring it up because it's really hard to tell you what it's going to be like. He has got videos if you have a look around, so I'm sure you can find that. And he's got another one here. Another quote from the same website is, "My focus going forward will be to continue getting all the base mechanics in and feeling decent. To shake things up a bit, I will try to add some new content in each update, like new furniture." Which is good. He's adding depth into the game. New furniture, always good. He carries on to say, "My focus will be making a feature-rich and in-depth game, rather than a compact and quick release. If the game takes 5 years to make, so be it. I am aiming for an earlier release though." So, again, he wants to make a quality game, not a rushed game for your money. He wants you to get value for money. Like I said, right now, £8.99. I think the price will go up as the game develops. So, you know, personally, I jump on it now, pay that £8.99 in dollars, $13 maybe, something $12, something like that. 14, I don't know. So, I get it now while it's hot, while it's cheaper than it will be. Another website which he has got, by the way, if you are interested in seeing what he is making for the next update, what he has on his priority lists, he has a website which is trello.com/b/91286mhu/software inc. I really struggle saying that. Link in the description, as always. And this is it. This is it. So you can see exactly what he is planning on doing and what to expect. So we'll go from left to right. On his next update, he will have revamped the building system, which is what I was speaking about. It's a freehand thing. You can make like diagonal lines. Now, rather than building boxes, it'll be diagonal lines. You can build however you want it to be, which is Alpha 6. So it's going to go straight onto Alpha 6. He's going to have more AI company interaction. Hopefully the AI is going to be a little more difficult because they're not too threatening just now. More teams per work item. Code that for yourselves, people. Switching to calculating actual numbers sold. So you can see how much of the product you've actually sold rather than just getting a base number of you earned 5 million this month. How many did I sell? You don't know. So he's going to add that in. Set a custom price, so you can set your own price on the products, which I think is going to be really neat. Player outsourcing deals. Pretty self-explanatory. Some more deals outsource. Make overall product stat window. Perfect. You can see exactly what the product is and all of its stats. Add a static content to mods. Mods! And quality addition and license price from a need should depend on time. Cool. So you can see as well, you've probably noticed the colours. I should have mentioned the colours. Red, it's done by difficulty. Red, hard, very hard. Orange, yeah, hard. Yellow, medium. Green, easy to do. So there's a little overview of the screen. That's what's expected in the next update. He's got cool little things, ones that I'll pick out. The humility on high priority looks like it'll be really cool. I'll kind of adding a little bit more to your workers. Shadow quality control, again, really good. Mod compatibility handling, he's going to try and improve that, always good to see. Employee experience with software type should have bonus effect. There you go. If they're good with that kind of, that part, so if they're good at 2D and they're making something that is 2D, bonus. They'll be better at someone who, isn't so good. So yeah, if you are interested in seeing that, again, link down below. It is the Trello.com link. Feel free to go check that out continuously as well. He updates this, and yeah, you can just keep on track on what he's doing, his next updates, and what's on his priority list. You can also vote for which ones you kind of want. So, if you see one that's on low priority but you think it should be a higher priority, you can vote on that and say, I think this should be high priority because he wants a reason, give him a reason, deserves the reason. So yeah, that's the development side of this game, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned about this game, and I've hopefully informed you enough for you to make a decision. Would you like this kind of game? Would you not like this kind of game? Okay guys, so now I'm going to give my opinion on this game. Just a general opinion, no knowledge behind it, just what I think of it, and I'm going to go by rating these out of 10. So each game that comes about, I'm going to rate it by 10 of current, and then I'm going to rate it again with potential. So what I'm going to go with, I'm going to say, currently, this game's Software Inc. For a game that's so early, in its early access, like this game came out, it's an Alpha 5, Alpha 6 soon. It's got a lot in it already, and I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to it. So currently, I'm doing this on the spot. I'm going to give this, I really enjoy it. I'm going to give this game an 8. I'm going to give it an 8. A solid 8. I'm going to give it an 8, yeah. And potential. A few additions. It's when this game's complete and it does come out for release. This could be a very, 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 very good game. And I hope at that point I can back up this potential of a 10 out of 10. I enjoy this game that much. I enjoy it this much. This is my opinion. You may rate it differently. I understand that. Tell me what you rate it down below if you've played it. Looking at this video, what would you rate its current at? And what do you think he could, or what do you think could be added to this game? So guys, that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. And I'll see you all in the next video.